Hello everybody and welcome back to my Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney playthrough. Where last time... Okay, so we basically got our suspicions confirmed. Yant is hiding something.
Hey, what you doing? Are you being that bastard that hasn't subscribed yet? Well, why don't you join one of us that have subscribed? As well as that, you might as well tune down to the description down below, where I have a new subreddit called r/RealmHQ. Other than that, back to your regularly scheduled program.
Problem is, it looks like he might be hiding the fact that Emma may have killed Neil. But there's also the aspect that he's still generally hiding something, and Lana has been willing to cooperate with talking to us about it. Since she's like, alright, you pretty much figured it out, so... Alright. This is the defendant lobby, alright, but there's no defendant. I've been trying to reach Lana all morning. Where could she be? Where's Emma, for that matter? It's almost like as if something's been happening behind the scenes. Oh, no, sorry. Edgeworth. Knowing you've already figured it out. Who the owner of the 77 ID number, that is. Yeah. Well, I have a pretty strong hunch. So, I'm not the only one who's figured it out. You know, the only reason this trial didn't reach a verdict is because there is still room for doubt regarding this ID record. If that number does belong to whom you suspect, then no doubt will remain. After all, he hasn't been officially charged with anything. True, not yet. In any event, once all doubt has been removed from that list, I can call for a ruling. 5 minutes ago. And Chief Prosecutor Scott will be found guilty. But she didn't do it. I figured you say as much. That's why I came here. Hear what you have to say. It's the first time he's ever done something like this. Lana's hiding something, and the only way we will ever know the truth is to draw it out of her. Everything goes back to the members as someone incident. Don't be stupid. Today's the last day of the trial. We don't have time to reminisce about it. Depends on you. If she's found guilty, you'll lose your only chance to find out what really happened. Think about it. Human court, right? This is it. I'm gonna die. If I'm ever gonna find out what Chief Kent has on her, it's now. Alright, February 22nd, 10 a.m. Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Lana Scott. The sentence is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. Normally, this is where the prosecution puts forward a statement. Before that, the police chief has a proposal to make. Chief Gant. As I appear, I was like a mysterious messiah. Morning, folks. How's everyone? Hey, you been back to the pool yet? I've been drowning enough as it is in my work. Oh, it's a good one. Don't think I can top that. Don't mind me asking you, exactly what is this proposal? Lana. That is to say, the defendant has asked me if she could speak directly to the court. Wants to do what? Having heard what she intends to say, I feel like she should be granted her request. In fact, in the end, it should save everyone a lot of time and trouble. Is he gonna say that she confesses? What's this all about, defendant? I'd just like to make one simple request, and I'll be fast. What's your request? Your Honor, I would like you to put an immediate end to this trial. Huh? I confess to all the charges against me. February 21st of this year, I murdered Detective Bruce Goodman. in the underground parking lot of the prosecutor office. No, Lana.
Objection!
You can't. Your Honor, the defendant claim does not change the defense's plea. In that case, Mr. Wright, I no longer require your services. But Lana, Your Honor, I hereby forfeit my right to an attorney. The prosecution may lack direct evidence against me. It has sufficiently proven in the case through testimony and circumstantial evidence. I would like you to render my verdict, if you please. Well, the defendant certainly has the right to self-representation. The request is legally valid, although this is an unprecedented situation. Indeed, it appears that there is no further need to continue this trial, even if Mr. Wright may feel otherwise. This can't be happening. It appears the time for the verdict has arrived. This court finds the defendant...
Objection!
Thank you. One moment, Your Honor. Mr. Edward, the prosecution has not yet proven the defendant guilty beyond reasonable doubt. Any ruling at this stage would certainly be premature. Come now, Worthy. I understand this is a difficult time for you, but why don't you just be a good little boy and keep your mouth shut? I don't think I care for your tone, cheap gant. What? Creating another fabrication to cover up your past mistakes. Sorry, but I'm no longer the naive little boy you would have had me be. Go, Edgeworth! The sudden confession from the defendant. It is obvious to me some sort of deal has been struck behind the scenes. Some kind of deal. Not everyone operates as you do, Worthy. I thought so. Your Honor, the prosecution would like to change its first witness. Oh, to whom? As its first witness, the prosecution would like to call Miss Emma Skye. I request the court hears her testimony. Mr. Edward, I may exercise my right to self-representation. I don't think we need to continue. I don't care what you think, Miss Skye. The exposure of truth sometimes results in tragedy. However, no matter how tragic the truth may be, it would be even greater tragedy to avert one's eyes from it. Very well, the court shall grant the prosecution's request. That's okay with you, right, Chief Cat? Worthy, you'll live to regret this. Mark my words. Miss Emma Skye, please take to the stand. Edward has decided to take the horse by the reins. Thank fucking God. Now then, witness, please state your name and occupation. My name is Emma Skye. My occupation, I'm Lana's little sister and I want to be a scientific investigator. 2 years ago, you encountered the serial killer, Joe Dark, the Joe Dark killings. Is this correct? Yes, I'm trying my hardest to forget about that, though. I'm sorry, but I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you to recall those events one more time. Mr. Edward, please remember this trial concerns the murder of Detective Goodman. Is an incident that resolved 2 years ago really all that relevant? Yes, it is most certainly is. Well, okay then. Sure gave in fast. Now, please testify about what happened to you 2 years ago. Let's go with it. The trip to yesteryear has finally begun. It's bound to lead to the truth behind this trial. I was waiting in my sister's office that day. A man came running in and took me hostage. Neil Marshall rescued me, but I'll never forget what I saw in that instant. The man raised up his knife and stabbed Mr. Marshall in the chest. That's good enough. It's a good thing you weren't armed. I passed out. I don't remember much. That's understandable. However, please tell Mr. Edgeworth. Please tell me, Mr. Edgeworth. What does this have to do with Detective Goodman's murder? I will soon become apparent, Your Honor. You gotta admire him for his courage, considering he has no evidence. Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination. Alright. Let's get down to business.
Hold it!
A few years ago, the defendant was a detective at the police department, correct? Yes, she was second command under Deputy Chief Gant, or Deputy Chief of Police Gant. My sister, she was the best detective ever. Yes, I remember. Deputy Chief Gant and Miss Guy used to be quite together. I believe they shared the same office. That's right. I'd always sit with my sister's desk. I'm not playing that organ. I wanted to play it that day, too. The police department and the prosecutor's office held a ceremony that day. Lana promised to take me out to dinner after she finished her work.
Hold it!
A man? Yes, Joe Dark. He was a serial killer. Joe Dark was brought in for questioning the day of that ceremony. We were desperate to get anything on him that would lead to an arrest. When he saw his chance, he fled the room, right? Upon fleeing, Dark proceeded to take the elevator. He must have been in a panic because the elevator was going down. And he ran into Sky and Gant's office. There was a lot of noise coming from outside, so I opened up the door to have a look. That's when I saw him. Neil Marsh arrested me. What was the prosecutor doing that day? That day, there was 2 people present at Dark's questioning. Deputy Chief Damien Gant and Prosecutor Neil Marshall. I forgot about Gant. Neil Marshall had just received a King Rule prosecutor report. Young and dedicated, he went straight to the questioning room after the ceremony. I assume that was also why he was the first to run after Dark. I want to check something. Is there anything I can gather from this? There must be blood fish. Only fragment so there are many lines on it. Anything I can gather from Mr. Wright, what are you doing? We're in the middle of a trial. Sorry, sir, I just need to go ahead and rotate my base. Your what? I'm sorry, we have a base we're kind of been dealing with for a hot minute. When Dark grabbed me, I thought I was as good as dead. That's when Prosecutor Marshall came in. I don't really remember what happened then. Can you tell us about that? Mr. Marshall jumped on Dark. Just then, the lights went on. The lights? It was just about this time of year. There was a terrible storm going and lightning struck nearby. Electricity went out. If it was pitch dark in that room, you shouldn't have been able to see anything, right? Right, but just then lightning flashed again outside. A sudden flash left an unforgettable image of the scene in my mind. I see. I told the detective about what I saw. The detective? Yes, Detective Goodman. He's in charge of the case. Detective Bruce Goodman. Victim. So you spoke with Detective Goodman about this 2 years ago? Yes, what's so scary about this trial? You told Detective Goodman about what you saw. Yes, but at the time the words just wouldn't come out. That's why I drew a picture. A picture? Yes, I think she mentioned that before. Mr. Wright, have you heard enough? Asked about the picture. This picture the witness drew, I believe it has a very important meaning.
Objection!
The list of evidence I was given 2 years ago didn't contain a picture. Witness, would you mind if we added the statement to your testimony? Yes, Your Honor.
Hold it!
You drew a picture of the senior witness, right? Yes, I wanted to do everything I could to help the investigation. I can still see it now, whenever I close my eyes. That's strange. I took over the case after Prosecutor Marshall died, but I never received any picture. Perhaps the witness is mistaken. But I did draw it, I swear. I'm not just imagining it. This picture that Emma drew, that reminds me. I guess I should check that evidence. Well, anyway, let's continue. A scene that's imprinted in your mind. Can you please describe it for us? Man. I do have it. No, I don't. Picture is drawn on the back of the evidence. Just a list in magic marker. I got a very bad feeling about this. Okay, a man raised his knife and stabbed Mr. Marshall.
Hold it!
That must have been a real shock. Even now, when I close my eyes, I still see it just through. Tell us, what were you doing at the moment? I believe you testified that Joe Dark was holding you hostage. The lightning struck and the lights went out. Mr. Marshall jumped on Dark and I was thrown aside when the two began wrestling each other. I'm pretty sure I was watching them. It doesn't have any reason to lie. Lana sure does. I need to get Emma to tell me as much about this as she can.
Objection!
Mr. Edgeworth, this little girl put all her heart into drawing that picture, and yet you would insist on it denying its existence. Hey, I'm not the bad guy. All I'm saying is that, as the prosecutor for that case, I wasn't handed such a picture. May well be, but that doesn't mean it doesn't exist. Behold, this is the evidence list from the SL9 list. Please turn it over, Your Honor. Turn it over? Turn it... Ah! What's this? Yes, what is that? Hey, that's it! That's the picture I drew! Indeed. Two men appear to be wrestling here.
Objection!
What's the meaning of this? What are you doing with that list? Me? Only the prosecutor in charge should have access to that list. Huh? These lists... They're different from each other. What? It would appear, Mr. Edgeworth, that the evidence list you were handed 2 years ago was... These two lists fit together to form one. You can see the marks here where they were torn apart from each other. So you see, Mr. Edgeworth, quite obvious what happened. 2 years ago, only half the evidence in that case ever reached you. What? Order. Order! Miss Skye, why did you draw your picture on the back of such an important list? Because that's what Detective Goodman handed me in the questioning room, Your Honor. Ooh, wait a minute. If this list was torn in half, then that means... Your Honor, are you alright, Mr. Wright? Your eyes are bulging out of your head. If the evidence list was torn in half, then there might be more of the drawing on the back of Mr. Edgeworth's list. Yes, that's quite conceivable. Mr. Wright? Or Mr. Edgeworth? It's possible. Let's see. Is something wrong? Do you even have to ask? Sorry, Your Honor. There is indeed something drawn on the back of my list. It's that thing. The blue badger. That's that thing. That thing that was dancing in the evidence room. Clearly, this is an act of vandalism in the work of a certain chief of detectives. I guess he was out of scrap paper. Evidence list restored and updated in the court record. Very well, witness. Will you please testify about this picture you drew 2 years ago? Huh? Oh, yes, sir, Your Honor. What's wrong with Emma? She seemed to be thinking about something when she was looking at that picture. Okay, come on. Emma's picture. Okay, I know there's quite a bit. I want to check how far we are. Because it's the fun part. Okay, we're on that one. Yeah. This is the picture I drew 2 years ago. The flash of lightning was so bright, all I could see were shadows. After that, I must have fainted. This picture shows exactly what I saw in that instant. To think a flash of lightning could burn such an image in your mind. And so that, though, she was able to show us exactly what she saw. Well, I don't see any contradictions here. It's clear it shows Joe Dark about the murder of Prosecutor Neil Marshall. The defense may now begin its cross-examination. This is why... Okay, so it's not... Okay. Alright. Again, I'm trying not to spoil this shit. Let's see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, 7 more testimonies we gotta get through. Okay. Did you draw this picture right after the incident? Like 6 minutes. I think you drew it 2 or 3 days later. At first, I was in such a state of shock that I couldn't do anything. During that time, the investigation team was reorganized. Detective Goodman was placed in charge, under the direction of Damien Gant and Lana Scott. 2 or 3 days later, memory should still have been fresh in my mind. Excuse me, witness. But could you please tell us why this picture is painted all black? Flash lightning. At the time, you didn't even know it was Mr. Marshall that came to your rescue. No, I couldn't see him clearly. The lightning was so bright, I was knocked to the floor. Knocked to the floor? Dark had to take grip on me, but when Mr. Marshall jumped on me, I was knocked away. I turned around. That's when I saw the lightning flash. I'm just glad she wasn't hurt. What happened after the lightning flash? Damn it. You mean you didn't see the actual murder take place? No, I'm sorry.
Objection!
The flash of lightning only drove off the darkness from a split second. Not only that, but the trauma of the situation understandably caused the witness to faint. You really need to torture this girl any further. What? Hey, I'm not the bad guy here either. Anyway, this picture... Sorry for asking so many times, but are you sure you drew exactly what you saw? Of course. This This is the exact scene. There's an influence in any way from your talks with the detective.
Objection!
Are you insinuating you somehow manipulated her memory, Mr. Wright? No, of course not. Better watch out. You might find somebody cut my son. I drew this picture before I heard anything from the detectives, so I didn't think anyone in the story would influence me. Mr. Wright, is there something that's bothering you about this picture? Huh? Oh, well, it's strange. She claims this is the exact scene that imprinted her mind, yet there's clearly a contradiction here. And the fact that I was stabbed. I think it's the autopsy.
Objection!
I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but this picture the witness drew contradicts a blatant contradiction, or contains a blatant contradiction. What? But I still remember it just like it was yesterday. Mr. Wright, perhaps it would be faster if you simply pointed out this contradiction for us. What part of this picture contradicts the autopsy report? Fuck. I think it's probably facing. I think it's this part here.
Objection! Take that!
Contradiction, of course, lies here. Take a look at the knife the man is holding. If you look closely, you can see that its tip is broken. Even I don't have to look closely to see that, Mr. Wright. But Mr. Wright, look at the evidence. See the murder weapon? Its tip is broken too. If I recall, the tip of the knife was found broken off in the victim's body, which was the conclusive evidence that proved Joe Dark was the murderer. I'm afraid that's not so simple, Emma.
Objection!
And where, pray tell, could you possibly see a problem? It's obvious, really. The victim suffered a single stab wound in the back. The victim was only stabbed once. And the murder weapon should have not yet broken. Ah! What's the meaning of this?
Objection!
Perhaps the knife was broken beforehand.
Objection!
Sorry, but I'm afraid that's not possible. The tip of the knife was found inside the victim's body. If it was broken beforehand, it couldn't have possibly wound up there. That's right.
Objection!
The tip of the knife was undeniably discovered within the victim's body. The only possible explanation is that the witness's memory is mistaken.
Objection!
That's why I asked her so many times if she was sure she remembered it correctly. I believe you were annoyed at the time, but I'm sure if she was sure she remembered it correctly. But there's no other way to explain this situation.
Objection!
Not so fast, Mr. Edgeworth. There is another explanation. Have you forgotten already? About a little something called falsified evidence. You're treading on thin ice. All I'm saying is that the broken knife tip might be a piece of evidence that was forged. You can't deny the possibility. No. Ah! Order, order, order! Are you saying that the investigation really was corrupt? Your Honor, please allow me to once again go over the events that took place the day of the murder. The police department and the prosecutor's office were holding a ceremony that day. After receiving the key of prosecutor's warrants, Near Marshall questioned Joe Dark along with Damien again. During his questioning, Joe Dark fled the room. The prosecutor also chased after him and was killed by Dark. It is my belief that somewhere in the story, there is a lie. I'm not lying. The man really was holding me up with a broken knife. If that is true, then there's no other option around. And this could not have been the actual murder weapon. It must have been another broken knife. What are the chances of there being two broken knives? A broken knife besides Joe Dark's. Could there have been one? There was! The halberd. The witness is this adamant about the accuracy of what she saw. It can't be explained away just by simple observation error. Mr. Wright. In that instant, Emma really did see a broken knife. I assume then, you have some sort of information about this other broken knife. If so, please feel free to enlighten us. Murder weapon's already broken prior to the murder. There's only one way. Take a look at this. Here's the real murder weapon.
Take that!
The answer lies in the past. 2 years in the past. Right here inside this picture. This is a picture of the award ceremony. Well, this is the picture of the award ceremony. Ah! What is it, Mr. Edgewood? It's the broken murder weapon. Notice the award prosecutor Marshall is holding. That's a broken knife. As we earlier concluded, the knife in the drawing was not Joe Dark's knife. That being the case, the knife the witness saw was in all likelihood from the side. Order! Neil Marshall was awarded King of the Prosecutors that day. As an award, he was given the broken shield and a knife. When he chased after Joe Dark, he pulled out this knife. Being a prosecutor, he did not carry a pistol. This broken knife was the only weapon he had in this dangerous situation. But that can't be. Oh, and why not, Mr. Edgewood? Because the King of the Prosecutors' award knife was the murder. Because if the King of the Prosecutors' award knife was the murder weapon, the murderer and the victim would be reversed. I mean, this man who raised the knife would have been Prosecutor Neil Marshall. Oh! Wait, did they switch the fucking bodies? Or like the fucking... But the prosecutor was the one who actually died. That's true. What is going on here? It seems Mr. Wright has been a bit too eager to jump. Hold it. Wait, I remember now. I remember everything. What is it? Could you show me your evidence list again, please? One with that picture scribbled on it. I knew it. This picture... I'm the one who drew this picture. What? You drew that? That's right. This wasn't torn in half at the time I drew this picture. I've been trying so hard to forget. I must have been locked up. I must have locked this part deep inside me. Way deep inside. Perhaps it would be best if we added this to the witness's testimony. Would you please tell us what you recalled, Miss Skye? Yes, Your Honor. First the knife mix-up and now the blue badger? This should be interesting. I missed recollection. When I saw that man raise his knife, I panicked and rushed towards both of them. I think I knocked away the man with the knife. And just then, there was another flash of lightning, and that's when I saw the blue badger. He wasn't in the room, but I'm sure I saw his shadow. The fuck? This is certainly most unusual.
Objection!
Try impossible. The chief detective hadn't even designed him until this year. That would mean he didn't even exist 2 years ago. Yes, well, the defense may begin its cross-examination. Stop, please. Don't pursue this any further. Lana? What's the meaning of this? Please remain seated in the defendant's chair. You can't do this. I've already confessed the crime. Why can't you just leave it at that? Chief Prosecutor Scott. We've already come this far. It's too late to turn back. Silence! The defense will now begin its cross-examination. Bailiff, please detain the defendant. Seems we're finally getting to the core of the matter. When you say that man, I assume you referred to Drew Dark. Yes, at least I think it was him. You think? All I could really see were shadows. Howard and so immediately proceeded to the So then you... Why would you do something so dangerous? What else could I have done? I was about to stab Miss Marshall. She seems so convinced that Dark was holding the knife. But as we have just theorized, Mr. Marshall was the one holding the knife. Is that what the case is? Marshall was gonna kill him, but then she accidentally knocked the knife out of his hand. That's allowing Joe to kill. Oh, fuck! Oh, I didn't know that at the time. When that dark guy knocked me down, all I could think was, I gotta help the other person. She ended up helping Dark.
Hold it!
What do you mean, you think? It all happened so fast. I was in a shock. I don't remember everything clearly. But I did. It's kind of a blur. This guy was almost killed before she was witness to a murder about to take place. So much happening in a matter of seconds. A little disorientation was only natural. I saw the man about to stab the other person who I thought was Mr. Marshall. I knew I had to stop the man with the knife. What you did was very brave, Walter. So then what happened next?
Hold it!
Are you sure about this? Of course, see? I even drew a picture of him here. But it was the chief of detectives who thought of this hideous beast. And it was just this year the Blue Badger didn't even exist 2 years ago. This is all quite verifiable. I know this sounds strange. I'm surprised. I was surprised too when I saw him at the police department. I had this nagging feeling that I should have seen him before, or I've seen him somewhere before. Now I finally remember. Oh, brother. It's when you thought this thing had caused enough commotion. Kill us. In the room, did you see him dancing? He wasn't in the room, but I'm sure it was his shadow. Shadow? So you mean you didn't actually see his face with its winning smile and all? That's right, but I still remember it. He had 3 creepy horns.
Objection!
This is pointless. The thing couldn't have possibly existed 2 years ago. The witness must be mistaken.
Objection!
That may well be, but what's important is what caused her to think she saw what she did. Oh? I suppose you have an explanation. By all means, please show exactly what this shadow. You fucker! It was the vase! What was it that Emma saw in that thing flashed? He explains it. Who is this really? Might know. The Badger hadn't been dreamt up when I drew this picture, and yet she's certain she saw its shadow. Because if we go and we look at this... Oh my god, yes! It could possibly be it. It'll be like fucking like this. I think it's this. gotta be bad. Ladies and gentlemen, it is the defense's belief that on this fateful day 2 years ago, there indeed was something that looked similar to the Blue Badger. Something that is now sitting in this very room. Mr. Wright. In this room? Very well, Mr. Wright. What is it the witness saw in this instance? Please show us this mysterious badger look-alike.
Take that!
Mysterious blue badger was in fact this. But that's... what exactly is that? I believe it's some sort of jar. But Mr. Wright, it doesn't look anything like the blue badger. Indeed, it doesn't. As it stands now, it's just a plain jar. But however, what if we changed our viewpoint? Our viewpoint? We got it. Just show... Okay, I skipped over that by accident. But basically, just show them how it would look. I just don't know about getting the third one. Isn't that issue? Allow me to remind the defense, the case hinges on the witness drawing. I know, I fucking skipped over quite a few of the things. It is a defense belief that on the fateful day 2 years ago, there indeed was something that looked similar to the Blue Badger. Something is now sitting in this very room, Mr. Wright. Indeed, and what is it the witness saw in that instant? Please show us this mysterious Blue Badger look-alike. We have it here.
Take that!
The mysteriously Blue Badger was in fact this. But that's... what exactly is that? I believe it's some sort of jar. But Mr. Wright, that doesn't look anything like the Blue Badger. Indeed, it doesn't. As it stands now, it's just a plain jar. However, what if we were to change our viewpoint? Our viewpoint? I gotta show you. How the fuck are you supposed to look at this? You have to get all three. Wait, is that how? Right? I might actually need to fucking... I don't think I'm gonna get this. Badger's head.
Take that! Objection!
God damn it. Blue Badger. Just fucking what does it need to look like? I swear I fucking did it that way.
Take that!
What? I'm doing it how it fucking apparently is showing me. Bullshit. Well, that's helpful.
Take that!
For fuck's sake. Well, is this a miracle or what? Yeah, looks like the Blue Badger. No one can possibly deny this charge resembles the Blue Badger. No, it can't be. Order, order. The defense has proven its claim. The mysterious Blue Badger witnessed on the day of the crime was actually dead.
Objection!
Although we may have enjoyed Mr. Wright's dramatic performance, one question remains. What's your point? What do you mean? So that the Badger thing was an actually just a joke. This doesn't change anything.
Objection!
I'm afraid that's where you're wrong, Mr. Edgeworth. You see, this changes everything. You did very well, then. Please tell us. What's different now than the fucking murder weapon? It's got blood on it. Want me to take At the moment of the murder, someone saw this jar. At the very specific angle it might have Mr. Wright. Yes, well, knowing this, where could she have seen this jar? Where? The location of the jar is shown in the picture taken on the day of the crime. It's on the shelf in the office of Gant.
Objection!
Body was found lying near Lana Sky's desk. Witness testified so herself.
Objection!
Yes, and it's these two facts that reveal what actually transpired. You see, the struggle between Dark and Marshall did not take place in Lana Sky's office. It happened on the other side of the room in Chief Gant's office.
Objection!
Implying the murderer moved the victim's body from Davian Gant's office to Lana Sky's office. Yes, we do that. There's no reason. Exactly. If there wasn't a reason, you wouldn't have gone through the trouble. The only logical conclusion is that there was a reason. Do you know what that reason was, Mr. Wright? Finally figured it out. So this is why Lana tried to stop the trial. It's too late to quit now, though. Please recall the witness's testimony. She said she knocked away the man who was holding up the knife. In the next instant, the jar was hit and flew through the air. Now, tell me, what could have possibly sent the jar flying? It would have been the impact the man made when he was knocked into the wall. Ladies and gentlemen, if I may draw your attention to the picture once more, if a man was knocked into the direction of the shelf the jar was sitting on, what would he have hit? Suit of armor, holding a very sharp and dangerous-looking sword. Yes. Since the man who was knocked into the armor was carrying a broken knife, he would have been Neil Marshall, wielding the King Prosecutor's trophy. No, Mr. Wright, you can't be thinking. Yes. There's another possibility of what actually transpired in the room. The possibility? Of course, the perpetrator would have no idea, but nevertheless. I don't know if I can go through with this. Mr. Wright, what's the matter? If events took place as the defense theorizes, then the outcome is obvious. In that moment, assuming the man Emma Skye knocked away was actually Prosecutor Neil Marshall. Yep. That's exactly what happened. You mean Mr. Marshall died because of me? Yep. No! She just does this. I've never imagined her testimony would lead to this. So it seemed the witness who took the victim's life, and then proved so with her testimony. And this is unprecedented. What are you saying? I'm sorry, Miss Skye, but given the circumstance, Joe Dart murdered Prosecutor Marshall. How can you think it was Emma? How dare you try to pin this crime on her? Imagine that coming from you. If you recall, it was you who admitted to forging evidence 2 years ago. The reason you moved Prosecutor Marshall's body was to keep anyone else from finding out what Emma did, wasn't it? I assure you, Mr. Edgeworth, I have no idea what you're talking about. If you hope to find have anyone believe your insane allegations, I'm afraid you're gonna have to have proof. Tell me, do you have any conclusive evidence that proves my sister killed Neil Marshall? Evidence? I bet you don't. Yes, it certainly would be difficult to prove it this evidence. If we don't have evidence, then we'll have to rely on their testimony. I'm afraid that won't work in this case. Both parties involved in the incidents are dead. You certainly can't get dead people to testify. We don't want dead people calling in. It's been all a wild goose chase from the beginning. Touché, Miss Skye. Of course, it only leaves us with one possibility. You mean there's still another possibility? What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? I mean the possibility that the victim had left us a message. For better or worse, Mr. Marshall did not die instantly. He may have left behind the name of the person who took his life, in one manner or another. That's impossible. Well, Mr. Wright, this is the only possibility left to you. A message ceased. Oh my god, is that actually what the fuck it says, Emma? Oh my god, it is an A. Yep, E. And then... oh fuck, yeah. Goes into an M and then an A there. Oh my fucking god, yeah. That's him declaring that it was Emma. Yep. Quote right here. Real murder's name. Yeah, is in the evidence. This message from the deceased is already in our possession. Mr. Wright, will you stop at nothing to prove my sister is a murderer? Do not be mistaken, Miss Skye. Our purpose is not to accuse Emma of any crime. There's only one thing we seek. The truth. No matter how painful it may be. Now then, Mr. Wright, please show us the
Take that!
This is the message left by the deceased. This is the blue badger from before, right? Oh, is he gonna speak this killer's name? If that thing could, I'm sure it would. Looks like everyone's forgotten this is just a jar. A message was left here on the surface of this jar. What do you mean? If you look closely, you can see a faint trail of blood on this jar. It looks like someone wiped away the blood. Fuck if we spritz it? Yes, but notice, for some reason, the blood on some of the fingerprints was not wiped away. Yes, there seems to be a line here, drawn in blood. So what you're saying is that these dots were once lines. Prosecution Marshal did not die instantly. He used the few precious moments left him to leave a message, that someone apparently wiped away. The blood must have seeped into the jar, where the lines changed the directions. Precisely so. All we need to do is connect the points. The victim's message will become apparent. No. Mr. Wright, what kind of message did the victim leave behind for us? Your Honor, I believe the bloodstain will reveal the answer. I gotta connect these dots. Only one thing, this murderer's name. Yeah, I know. Okay, let's see. What? Okay. Light up. Do I have to connect it the other way? That is really stupid. Okay. I'll do it this way. The defense attorney's duty to prove their client's innocence. That's why all I've been thinking about is saving Lana. After all my efforts, I never thought I would turn out to be like this. Emma. So this is the final message Prosecutor Marshall left behind. Of all people, she may have not meant it, but in the end, the one who took the victim's life was Emma Skye. See, Weather? Can't say I didn't warn you. Chief Gant, do you understand the implication of what you've done? What are you talking about? 2 years ago, Joe Dark was sentenced to death. He was convicted because of his final murder. I believe you were the prosecutor in that case, were you not? Yes, Worthy. Because of you, an innocent man was sentenced to death. Not only that, he used forged evidence to ensure his conviction.
Objection!
But Joe Dark really was a serial murderer. That's undeniable. I'm afraid that's not important. Didn't you know? We're not all defenders of justice. What? We're merely keepers of the law. Sentencing a man to death is no light matter, even if there wasn't any cover-up of evidence of forgery. Ultimately, the responsibility falls on the prosecution in charge. Oh, don't fucking go try pinning this on him, bitch. Despite what everyone may say, the fact cannot be denied. What's going on with the prosecution of this? They might have sent an innocent man to his death. How can he just stand there like that? It wasn't his fault. Order! The gavel pounding fell on deaf ears. Unable to settle the crowd, the judge declared a recess. Where this trial is headed, who knows? To be continued! I'm pretty sure, again, we have like fucking... I think it's like 4 fucking testimonies left. Now take a quick gander. Yes, I would like to really save my fucking... Okay. Yes, okay. So there's that one. So there's Gant's testimony, Lana's testimony, and Lana's testimony, and Lana's testimony. 5. 5 of them left. Oh my god, fucking hell. There shouldn't be too much left. But anyway, thank you for tuning in. All the jazz, like, subscribe, comment down below, and see you in the video. Other than that, have a great day.